You guys demanded it, and now it is time for me to deliver. Another review for a Japanese exclusive game that never made it stateside. This is episode 2 of It Came From Japan. For this review, I'll be covering Super Ninja Kun for the Super Famicom. But before we get started, you might be saying, I don't have Super Famicom. How am I supposed to play all these Japanese exclusives? Well, fear not, my friend, because I'll teach you a simple way to play your Super Famicom games on a regular Super Nintendo. The American Super Nintendo can read the Japanese games no problem, but the physical shape of the cartridge is different, so they won't fit in your Super Nintendo. In order to play a Japanese cartridge, you must open up the SNES cartridge door and cut out these two little pieces of plastic that get in the way. Primitive, yes, but it's simple to do, and you'll be ready to play your Japanese imports no problem. Now that we're ready to go, let's check out Super Ninja Kun and see if it's worth your time and your precious yen. Super Ninja Kun was released for the Super Famicom in 1994 by Jalico. The game is a straightforward side-scrolling action platformer. Does it have any story? I'm not sure, but does it really matter for a platformer? Of course not. From what I can gather, you play as this little red-suited ninja who must save the princess from an evil skeleton wizard. Absolutely no Japanese necessary to understand what's going on. Our little ninja friend can run by double tapping the left or the right button, do a barrel roll by pressing down while running, can jump, wall climb, throw shuriken, and utilize a variety of different power-ups which you get after defeating a boss. The controls are precise, with quite the arsenal of abilities, and that's exactly what I want in a ninja game. All the tricks of the trade to make you feel like a ninja. You won't actually become one though, so don't try clinging to walls or scaling any tall buildings, because you're gonna fall to your doom. But Super Ninja Kun is a great alternative to the real thing. There are 8 levels total, and the goal is to get to the end of the level by jumping around and killing an army of ultra cutesy bad guys. Some of my favorites are the little ninja guys with pointy shades, the ghost samurais, and my favorite of all, which can only be called a sentient chicken McNugget man. Just look at that and tell me that's not a chicken McNugget. Super Ninja Kun looks sharp, and while some might not like the chibi art style, I find it adds a lot of charm. After you cut down these kawaii enemies, their souls will drift up towards the heavens. But before they can leave for the great beyond, you snatch them up and use them as fuel for your power-ups. That's pretty twisted if you ask me, and now your enemies will never know peace. At the end of each level, there's a boss battle, and these are typically the most difficult portions of the game. You fight some cool looking villains, and if you manage to beat them, not only will you get a new ability, but you'll see them downgraded to an adorable version of themselves, adding insult to injury. Man, these ninjas are ruthless. The power-ups include bombs, lightning bolts, a shadow clone, and you can even become a giant glowing version of your ninja self. Each are fun to use and make dispatching enemies a breeze. What's unique is that you can jump on an enemy's head, so you can stun them and then throw your weapons to kill them. But this works both ways. If an enemy bumps into you, you won't take any damage, but you'll be stunned for a moment, giving them the perfect opportunity to gang up on you. The game is simple to get the hang of, but what makes it so enjoyable is that the levels have a nice assortment of moving vertically, horizontally, minecart levels, boss fights, and even a space shooter style level where you fly on the back of a dragon. Diversity is part of the game's strength, and I never felt bored. You get plenty of different looks, weapons, enemies, level designs, but sadly, not with the sounds. The glaring negative of Super Ninja Kun is its soundtrack. It's not awful, but it's unbelievably repetitive because there's only one song playing throughout the entire level. Sure, there's one other song for boss fights, but that's equally as repetitive, and you only hear that for a few minutes. So I'd recommend popping on some other tunes and muting this one. For every red guy in a video game, you need a blue guy to go along with him. Super Ninja Kun offers some couch co-op goodness, which will foster respectful communication between you and your ally. Just kidding. You'll be screaming obscenities at your friend because he's eating up all the souls and leaving you with none. But that's what true friendship is all about. The ability to not kill each other while working together to accomplish your goals. Maybe? Probably not. I think I need to reassess my friendships. Super Ninja Kun doesn't excel at anything in particular, but it's still a really fun time. It can be beaten in one sitting, and it never reaches a difficulty level that becomes frustrating like other Ninja games. If you're looking for something quick to play with a buddy, then I definitely recommend Super NINJA KUN. It's one of my favorite pickups from my last trip to Japan. Do you guys have any favorite Japanese exclusives? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you next time, and remember, it's all fun and games. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked that video, check out my review of Klonoa, The Door to Phantom Mile. And if you like It's All Fun and Games, make sure to subscribe. Thanks again!